Hey, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you the AA word of the day. And the word for today, December 26, 2024, is accepting success or failure. Furthermore, how shall we come to terms with seeming failure or success? Can we now accept and adjust to either without despair or pride? Can we accept poverty, sickness, loneliness, and bereavement with courage and serenity? Can we steadfastly content ourselves with the humbler yet sometimes more durable satisfactions when the brighter, more glittering achievements are denied us? And that is from 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, sometimes called a 12 and 12, page 112. There's enough 12s in there. After I found AA and stopped drinking, it took a while before I understood why the first step contained two parts. One, my powerlessness over alcohol, and two, my life's unmanageability. In the same way, I believed for a long time that in order to be in tune with the 12 steps, it was enough for me to carry this message to alcoholics. That was rushing things. I was forgetting that there were a total of 12 steps and that the 12 steps also had more than one part. Eventually, I learned that it was necessary for me to practice these principles in all areas of my life. In working all the steps thoroughly, I not only stay sober and help someone else to achieve sobriety, but also I transform my difficulty with living into a joy of living. And how very true. These steps of AA become part and parcel of what we do in life. We practice these principles, as it says, in all our affairs. So, because we become sober, may have quite a bit of sobriety. We just don't limit ourselves to carrying the message to others. We must, in fact, live the message ourselves in order to be able to carry it. I have to, when I'm wrong, promptly admit it. I don't have the excuse to fall on where I used to justify things. Oh, it wasn't that bad. As we become sane and sober, we know that when we make a mistake, it's our fault and we have to make amends. We can't justify it anymore. We just do it and do it to the best of our ability, unless to do so would harm others. So that's the caveat we have. We don't want to make someone worse off. And so the whole goal is not just the 12th step. We come to the 12th step so that we can carry the message. We must carry that message to ourselves each and every day. And as it says here, accept the things I cannot change. Maybe they are poverty, sickness, loneliness, bereavement, with courage and serenity. And sometimes you'll have failures. Although I don't know so much, I want to call it a failure. You won't be successful. There's a subtle difference, and it's not just words, a play of words. I've mentioned my young sponsee who jumped out in front of a truck. Now, I know enough about psychiatric nursing to know that once he had committed to that, there wasn't much that anyone could do. He had made peace with that idea, and I'm talking about experience with quite a few people who've committed suicide. anything I say wasn't going to make him want to do it more, and probably not less. And so it wasn't a failure so much. I did what I could. I did it when I could, and I did it the best that I could. And so we would not all have success with every single person that we come in contact. And and then again, if we put everything we have into a person and they slip and fall, we welcome them back. Especially if it's your own sponsor, be the first one to welcome them back when they come back. If they come back, some people don't have enough to get back again. Be the first to welcome them. Welcome back. Uh, I thank God that I've had continuous sobriety, but I've had many, many good friends that stumbled and fell in those first 3 years of their sobriety, and now they're coming up on 25 years. But my own sponsor, who I respected, who had a way with words and taught me all I needed to know, himself went out and was dead within, I don't know, 4 months. And I felt bad about that. That wasn't my responsibility. Uh, he was my sponsor, but we were also friends, and I had no idea he was going to do it. He had spoke of doing similar things when he'd be at meetings, but I did not know that he was actively planning it and that it would end in his death. So sometimes we just maybe you take a break from sponsoring after something happens with one of your sponsees. I did one at a time. I know people that have have a whole bunch. I couldn't do that. Uh, I kind of know my own limits, and it says be content with the less glittering things, more durable, the less glittering things like service at a meeting, because that's bringing the message, and you're providing a safe, good environment for people to meet, an environment where a newcomer would feel safe. And it's not as, I don't know, shiny as having a bunch of sponsees, but it's just as important work. So, accepting success or failure, we have to accept both. We have to accept success with humility and failure with serenity. And I'm wishing you all a safe and sober December 26th. I hope you had a great Christmas. And now we're coming up on New Year's. Oh, did I used to plan parties for New Year's. And now I'm glad I watched the ball come down and I'll be in bed 15 seconds after it drops. And I'll wake up. I won't have a hangover. Oh, I used to have some terrible ones. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But have a blessed day and a sober day. See you tomorrow.